Alright, we got intro to kettlebells. Kettlebells is a swingable weight. You can also do regular resistance training exercises with them, but it's great for resistance training and cardio. It uses momentum to swing, and we're going to show you in this video how to swing and how not to swing, and also about the rack position, which is an important segue to doing different exercises with the kettlebell. Alright, this is the right way to swing. Make sure your toes are pointing forward, feet shoulder width apart, and your chest is up the whole time. Swinging with your legs. When you're swinging, think of your arms as ropes and your hands as hooks, swinging the kettlebell. See how my chest is up? Using your legs to swing and not just bending at your hips. Here's the wrong way to swing. I'm bending at my hips. My chest is going all the way over, going flat to the ground. You don't want this at all. This is going to cause back problems. Here's a front view of the wrong leg. If I had a logo on my shirt, I would want to see the logo the whole time. As you can see here, if there was a logo, I wouldn't be able to see it because my chest is going so far over. Here we have the rack position. This is a segue to a lot of different exercises, so it's important to get it right. First, you want to start off with your thumbs down, and then you want to swing around. Here's a better view of that thumbs down and swing around. If you opened your hands, both hands would be facing each other. That's important to remember when you're doing kettlebell exercises, and also not to let the kettlebell fly over top of your hands and lock yourself. When it lands, it should be between your forearm and your bicep. Alright, first warm up. We got side swings. Make sure you don't move your hands. You're kicking your feet to your hands, opening up your hips. So important to warm up before you get into your exercises. Here we have mountain climbers. You bring those knees in. We're going for 2 sets of 30 seconds. So you're bringing your knees in and not kicking your feet up in the air. Here we have feet up, open up. You're going to bring your foot outside of your hand and then open your upper body all the way up. That's feet outside of your hand. Opposite hand to foot opening up. Alright, we got squat and upright rows. Make sure your toes are pointing forward and your elbows are getting nice and high. Alright, time to work the triceps. Grab the kettlebell by the horns, upside down, and then bring it all the way over your head. Make sure you get a full extension up and then bring the kettlebell all the way down. Here's a side view of those overhead tricep extensions. We're doing 2 sets, 15 reps each. Here we have one-arm swings. If you've never swung the kettlebell before, start off with 2 hands doing a Russian high swing. Most important thing to note here is to not let your shoulder round through. Keep your shoulders nice and flat and don't twist your shoulders. Here we're working your lower back with a straight leg deadlift. Make sure you keep a flat back and look up the whole time so that you keep your back from rounding over. Legs are straight and arms are straight the whole time. Alright, here we have a chest press. You're going to scoop the kettlebells up from the floor and then press them all the way up, elbows back down to the ground. Working your chest here, we have 2 sets of 15 reps. Here we have the application of the rack position. Swing and press, make sure your thumb's down, swing it around, make sure you don't lop yourself by swinging it over top of your hand, and then press it straight up, no rotation. Make sure you do both sides. We've got 2 reps of 10 here. This is a cardio and shoulder exercise. Another application of the rack position. You can do a side lunge, swing to the opposite side that the kettlebell is up on. One leg bent, one leg straight, and then return it right back to the rack position. Make sure when you're doing these exercises, you're swinging the kettlebell between your legs, thumbs down, and then twist it around. Make sure it doesn't lop over top and hit your forearm. Here we have a tap to press. You're going to grab the kettlebell right side up by its horns and then tap over your head, sit up, press full extension out. Make sure you keep the kettlebells close to your chest as you're sitting up to your press. You'll probably have to find a lighter kettlebell for this exercise. Our next core exercise is a double oblique dip. Make sure that you're going down as far as you can. The kettlebells are grazing against your legs. Bring your legs further in together. Here we have a quad stretch. Make sure you keep proper posture and bring your leg further and further back, stretching out the front of your leg. Here we have a leg V hamstring stretch. Make sure when you're stretching not to bounce and try to get further and further down gradually throughout your stretch, lengthening your muscles. Here we have a child's pose, really stretching your lower back. Try to push your armpits down to the ground and butt down and back.